As a mother of 3 young children, I've thought a lot about how abortion could even be a thought, even a consideration. Of course, it's sin, but how does that sin manifest itself in the heart of a young woman in such a strong way that would cause her to end the life of her little boy or her little girl? After speaking with women week in and week out who are walking into the abortion clinic, I can tell you it's fear.
Before I was born, my mom had 3 abortions. And when talking to her about this, she describes each of those times as seasons in her life where she thought there was no other option. She describes to me the intense grief and pain she felt at the idea of aborting her child, but she literally thought there was nothing else left to do. In that season, she went through with those abortions only to find herself not feeling better afterward, only to find herself now dealing with shame and regret and that sorrow and grief she felt before the abortions hadn't left her.
Fear is such a strong, powerful, and gripping emotion, and Satan uses it in such a way that it manifests itself in many forms: anger, apathy, even supposed wisdom. I want to see this sin, this powerful grip of fear leading to death and destruction. I want to see it eradicated, for death to end and for good to triumph through Jesus. Christians, brothers and sisters, we alone have the true answer to fear.
I was praying outside the abortion clinic in downtown Louisville when I noticed a woman walking behind me, and for whatever reason, the Lord prompted me to hand her a tract. And so all I said was, "Here you go." And she took the tract and looked at it and just began weeping, and came to find out that she had been prostituting herself and just had come to the end of her rope and was actually on her way to rehab when she was walking toward the clinic. She said when she was walking toward us that it was like a bright light was shining above us. And so I asked her if she had a relationship with God, and she said she did not. And then I asked her if she wanted a relationship with God, and she said yes. So I quickly explained the steps to salvation, repenting and believing and trusting in Jesus Christ. And she said that, well, I guess that's what I need to do. So right there in front of the EMW abortion clinic in Louisville, Kentucky, this young lady got down on her knees along with me and another sidewalk counselor from another ministry and professed faith in Christ.
Christians must be involved in pro-life ministry because we alone have a message of hope great enough to conquer all fear, the gospel of Jesus Christ.
By the grace of God, my mom is a believer now. And when she speaks about this, she still speaks of this pain and she still speaks with sorrow. But she also speaks now as someone with gospel hope. And my mom expressed to me that if she had had the hope then that she has now, she would have known that there were options available for her to have these babies and that the Lord would provide for her and see her through.
And it's this kind of opportunity that makes me so glad that our church is involved in this. This is a situation where you're actually on the front line engaging people who, out of a vast array of problems, are on the verge of making a terrible choice.
Me and a couple other sidewalk counselors were talking with a man outside the clinic. His wife had already gone inside. He professed to be a believer, but he was saying that it was her choice, it wasn't his responsibility. So we were able to gently walk him through how this actually is impacting both him and his wife and the rest of his family. That as a godly Christian man, he needs to stand up and he needs to help her make the right decision. And he went back inside and he was able to get his wife to bring her back out. And we were overjoyed when they came back out. In fact, we all prayed together at the end. We all were smiling, and another sidewalk counselor offered to throw them a baby shower the following weekend. This is a ministry that glorifies the Lord. Being able to talk with these women and to love on these women and to proclaim the truth to them, help them to see winsomely that their baby is precious and that they are loved in the sight of God. There's nothing like it. There really isn't.
One occasion when one of our brothers was down there and he realized that the people inside the clinic who had actually already gone in could hear him from outside the clinic. And so he began to preach at the window, and in the midst of doing this, there was a woman in the clinic who actually came out and decided to keep her baby.
I want to tell you that you can make a massive difference. Share gospel hope in a loving and winsome way and choose to become a confident voice for life in your community. Friends, we need your help today. COVID-19 and the global pandemic has impacted our ministry financially, and we need your support to keep this mission and vision moving forward. We want to see a network church in every place where there is an abortion clinic in North America, so that churches can become voices for life, so that the gospel is heard, and so that lives are changed and saved throughout the continent. Can you become a financial partner with us today? Can you support us with a one-time gift, or perhaps consider monthly partnership with us moving into 2021 and beyond? We greatly support any way that you can join with us to move the mission and vision of Speak for the Unborn forward today.